This is the red alert the silver world has been waiting for, and it is far more dangerous than anyone predicted. Today, January 14, 2026, we can officially confirm that China has cornered the silver market. While the mainstream media was obsessed with gold's historic run, Beijing was playing a much deeper game. They didn't just buy silver, they have effectively imprisoned it. With the implementation of the new 2026 export licensing regime, China has cut the cord between the Eastern physical reality and the Western paper illusion. Silver has just gapped past $80 an ounce, but in Shanghai, the price is already far higher. The physical inventory crisis is now officially worse than gold, and if you don't have it in your hands, you may never see it again. For decades, the price of silver was set in London and New York. That era ended this week. The Shanghai Gold Exchange (SG) and the Shanghai Futures Exchange have now established a permanent premium over the COMEX. We are seeing a 15% to 20% price gap. This isn't just a market fluctuation, it's a giant vacuum cleaner sucking every available ounce of silver from the west to the east. Arbitrage traders are frantically trying to move metal to China to capture the profit, but they're hitting a wall. There's no metal left to move. China has created a one-way street. They are importing everything and exporting nothing. By cornering the physical supply, they have neutralized the power of Western banks to suppress the price through paper shorts. Let's talk about the licensing 40 for shock. As of January 1, 2026, China has restricted silver exports to only 40 for state-sanctioned companies. If you are a Western industrial giant, whether you're Tesla, Samsung, or a G7 defense contractor, you are now at the mercy of a Chinese export license. Silver is no longer a commodity, it is a geopolitical weapon. China knows that silver is the Achilles heel of the green energy transition and the AI revolution. By hoarding their domestic production and restricting global supply, they have ensured that their own solar and EV industries have the fuel they need, while the West faces an industrial cardiac arrest. The US Mint's 8-week delay is just the first symptom of this total supply chain failure. The inventory data is terrifying. We are looking at a global structural deficit of over 250 million ounces this year alone. But it's worse than the numbers show. The registered silver on the COMEX, the metal actually available for delivery, has plummeted to levels not seen in 30 years. Meanwhile, the demand for high-purity silver in AI server infrastructure has exploded by 400% since last year. We are in a terminal low environment. When you corner a market with a massive deficit, the price doesn't just go up, it teleports. The squeeze to $80 is just the beginning. When the industrial users realize they can't get the metal at any price, the panic buying will make the 1980 squeeze look like a minor correction. Why is this crisis worse than gold? Gold is a store of value. It sits in vaults, but silver is consumed. It is destroyed in industrial processes. Once it's in a solar panel or a cruise missile, it's gone for years, if not forever. China understands this industrial black hole. They have classified silver as a top-tier strategic resource. They are no longer selling their silver for declining US dollars. They are keeping the metal and exporting the finished high-tech products. This is the ultimate wealth transfer. The West is left with paper contracts, while the East holds the physical atoms. The $80 squeeze is the market finally realizing that paper cannot conduct electricity, and paper cannot build a sovereign future. The G7 emergency meetings called by Scott Bessent are a direct response to this Chinese cornering. They are discussing price floors and strategic stockpile renationalization. They are trying to change the rules because they lost the game. But you can't build a mine in 28 days, and you can't convince China to release its grid. We are moving into a two-tier market, an official government price that exists only on paper, and a black market physical price that will be multiples higher. If you think $80 is expensive, wait until you see the price when the US Mint officially declares a force majeure on all silver deliveries. China has made its move. The silver market is cornered. The inventory is gone, and the West is paralyzed. The $80 gap is your final warning. We are transitioning from a world of abundance to a world of absolute scarcity. If you own physical silver, you don't just own an investment. You own a piece of the most contested strategic resource on the planet. Do not wait for the mainstream media to tell you it's a crisis. By then, the premiums will be 100% and the shelves will be empty. Secure your position now, get out of the unallocated accounts and into the physical metal. Subscribe to Survival Economics as we track the licensing 40 for fallout and the collapse of the COMEX vaults. To squeeze is here, and Pekin holds the lever. Stay in the physical. I'll see you in the next report.